Alrighty, let's get everything officially sorted. I still have to finish up with my roster here. And then we'll take a look at trade block, stuff like that, and see what the hell the AI decides to do with your roster. I am going to let Will Comstock ripen in AAA just a little bit longer. I do have opt-out on Contreras after this year, so that's pretty much my game plan there. So Mr. Comstock, you'll go down to triple. Robert Oka can be the starter in double. And from there, we're pretty much good. First base. Just kind of is what it is. Get Edgar Sanchez behind Felipe Casillas. Wow, I actually got a lot of first base prospects. When the hell did that happen? Let's go ahead. We need a small loan from the Canucks, apparently. Second base, Rengifo and Torres Diaz can stay down in Double-A. So I need 2 second basemen. 1 and 2. So Double-A, triple. Cody Morissette goes to double, and Mr. Costa down to single. Third base, pretty straightforward. Garcia and Perez. Get Gentry in triple, Park in double. So I need 3 third basemen. Let's see. 1, 2, and 3. This upcoming year, though, really should be the first year you guys make the playoffs. Last year was, I feel like, just kind of a fluke with the end of season collapse. Shortstops, oh boy. Shortstop depth is not a strength of my team right now. Not at all. Not at all. Triple. Trainer and double. Whitfield down to single. The outfield. Seaver might have to go major league level to begin with. It's going to be close. Donnie. Happy April indeed. Donnie, thank you very much for the 11 months. How the heck are you? Hope things are going well. The hell am I going to do with this team? Oh, 1, 2, 3, and 4 with Valley. Donnie, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. No complaints. Hanging in there at the very worst. So, can always be worse, right? Sam Valley can be sent down. Felipe Peralta. Matt Seaver, you're going straight to the majors, buddy. Congratulations. You were a first overall pick. You're going straight to the majors. I need you there. Sam Valley goes down. Let's see, in terms of the ratings, 1, 2, 3, and 4 works for me. Double-A is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 with Chavez. MLB has been good so far this year. I mean, there's a couple of things, as always, where it's like, I wish they would have done a little bit more. But, you know, again, I talk about it. I always try to just treat franchise modes for what they are. And for what this game is, it's very solid. I got no choice but to send down Dante Arabu, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Anthony Chow, Daniel Chavez, you're up to AAA. So 1, 2, 3, 4. AAA is 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't play much in terms of franchise modes these days. Maybe I should. Most sports games do have a solid franchise mode. Like even NHL's, it's still solid. The more you know about a sport, the more you know what to look for. Is once you start to get annoyed by certain shortcomings, but, you know, are you winning, son? No one wins here, Goats. Nobody. Goats and Scarves is a great handle, though. Welcome. We're happy to have you here. All right, let's see. For me, starters really quickly, or just pitching in general. 2, 3, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mr. Fujita, you're going down. Dougie Ikea, you're going down. Alzolai. Gonna swap you with Duarte. put Alzolay on waivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. AAA is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to need a lot of double A relievers. A lot of them. 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? I don't think I sent down Barreto. Let's put Ingram in double. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I need 5 relievers. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I play a little NHL franchise every year. I get bored quick. Attention span issues. I wouldn't even necessarily blame attention span issues. I just don't think there's too much there to really grip people without the user having to get very creative. Double A is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I didn't need that many. I mean, that's why I always do the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's why I always do stuff like Draft of Glory and all these different challenges, is because at a base level, it's tough not to get bored. Shout out to Zero Stamina, Aaron Perry, by the way. Let's see. Ooh, starting pitching still leaves a bit to be desired. Shit. Jason Suzuki, you're going up. Carvajal, you're 28. You're going up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 with Guerrero. That's fine. AAA is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3. I mean, Donnie, I do certainly like doing the type of challenges, you know. It does make it a little bit more interesting. And it's AA in July, indeed. What would I say is the golden era of sports video games 20 years ago? Almost 20 years ago on the dot. Plenty of options for essentially every sport you can think of. No fucking monopolies. It was a beautiful time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. AA is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's actually perfect. All right, I think we're good. I just need those waivers to go through. Update on the two-way player. Bubba Chandler, real player who played shortstop in real life. It's up to high 40s, a couple low 50s for hitting stats, 99 for fielding stats, 79 speed. I need to look into, like, oh shit, what freaking like pitchers might actually have hitting stats and stuff like that. I mean, I never think to look. So, Sportmaster, you got to hit him up on Twitter. Got to do it. Coco posts on Twitter all the time. All right, so what the hell is my roster going to look like here? Garcia, Jordan, Orozco, Suzuki, Carvajal, Guerrero. The bullpen, we got Jose Suarez, Luis Patino, Enrique Angeles, Soto, Cervantes, Quiones. Not bad. Tripping 2K7 on PS2 this weekend. Yeah, I mean, again, like if you're talking back in the day for baseball games, you had the predecessor to the show, which was just like MLB 05, 06. You had, God, MVP Baseball, obviously. You had 2K options. NFL-wise, you had Madden, you had 2K, you had Fever. Basketball, you had 2K and Live. I mean, every single sport had some level of competition and different takes on that type of game, whether it be serious or more arcade. We'll never get that. We'll never get that back. Like, granted, yes, I was a kid. I grew up with that era, so I'm biased towards it. 20 years ago, though, man, was the best it was. NBA Live was so bad. I disagree. Have you played NBA Live 05, sir? I don't think. Look, that series wasn't as good as 2K. NBA Live 05 had some good years. Let's see. Garcia, Azocar, Torres, Rocchio, Rengifo, Casillas, Moreno, Gomez, Matt Seaver. Okay. My lineup's looking as good as it's ever looked. That doesn't mean it's particularly good, especially as like Gleyber Torres is starting to fall back a bit, but you know, it's serviceable, to say the least. Again, I do not know what the hell is going to happen with your roster in a minute, but we do have to set up our trade blocks here. Although first and foremost, were there any scouting changes? For me, the answer is no. Okay, you guys do have money available. We got to replace Tom Ruley as a scout up to 103. Is there anybody who doesn't really care about discovery? McCullough is perfect. There you go. So, in terms of the trade block, pretty straightforward, I would say. Catcher's still a position of weakness for you guys. Honestly, so your lowest ranked positions are catcher, third base, short, and then relief pitching. That's just the way to go. It actually lines up really well. Edzabel, good to see you, by the way. Good to see we're talking about the good old days. Indeed. Indeed. But yeah, back in the day, there were so many different games for every freaking sport, and we're just never going to get it back. You know, there's one basketball game, and 2K knows that there's one basketball game, and NBA 2K is a phenomenal game, especially like their franchise mode. They price gouge the fuck out of their user base. Every single year that game comes out, and what do people have to do? Spend another $100 so that your player in the park doesn't get fucking discriminated against. Because if you dare try to play in the park with a base level guy and work your way up instead of paying for it, people actively won't play the game with you. That is a thing. Look it up. That's not just my experience. That's a general experience. There's no other basketball game. There's no other baseball game. Look, I like Super Mega. Super Mega doesn't count. There's no other fucking football game. It's just Madden. Let's be honest, there's no other soccer game either. The former Pro Evo, now eFootball, completely fucking irrelevant. There's no other hockey games. It sucks. Like, literally every major fucking genre sports game is essentially in a monopoly, except for, like, golf. And it sucks. It absolutely sucks. Do they still make RBI Baseball? Let's be honest. Even if they did, RBI Baseball couldn't compare either. And I don't see it changing. Like, it's crazy to me, the idea that EA isn't like, hey, let's try to cut. Like, I understand 2K being like, well, let's not go after hockey because it's a small market anyway. It's fucking insane to me that EA isn't making baseball games currently, aside from Super Mega, but whatever, it's different. Or that they're not making basketball games anymore. It's fucking insane that they're not, because those markets are huge. Then again, with Madden, they have had the exclusive simulation license. But even then, it's not like a company is trying to remake NFL Street. Like, that's another fucking thing that's crazy to me, right? Is the idea that NFL Street doesn't exist. Like, EA has the exclusive license for simulation games, so they see people asking for arcade games, and EA used to make the best fucking arcade football game with NFL Street. That was their game. No disrespect to Blitz, but NFL Street was fucking insane, you know? So, and apparently they bought the rights to Blitz. I didn't even know that, Razor, so there you go. Video games are frustrating. Video games are fucking frustrating. That's all that can really be said at this point. Like, it's just... Remember how we talked about capitalism last night? Welcome back to the capitalism conversation. Video games are very much affected as well. Perhaps even more so. Shit sucks. Not worth trading Sposato if you can get something for Slaughter. I don't think you'll really get anything for Slaughter. Again, right now we're just double checking kind of lower end prospects. Who can you get? Try and shortcut your way there. Or can you trade the older dudes and get something there? Wow, that's it actually, huh? Don't even have any space for pitchers. It's not like you have that many pitchers to move on from anyway. Get the starters out of there for now. Only focus on prospects, and if you get somebody else that's good, then, you know, flip one of the two good players. One spot left. Might as well go for someone like Menard. For myself here, in terms of the trade block, I am now legitimately depressed after that fucking conversation about the state of sports games. It's so fucking sad, man. It really is. It's so goddamn sad. Just to grow up in that era of just unbelievable sports games and to see where it's at now, it's just sad. But it is what it is. Nothing you can do as a consumer either. It literally is what it is. Like, the NHL community, for example, has been saying for years, we'd buy a 2K game. 2K hasn't listened. They haven't listened. So. And I don't imagine it's going to change anytime soon. If ever. Like I said, the companies seem to be pretty content with just being in their lanes, making their money with their game for that specific sport. And they just seem to be cool with leaving that as the status quo. So, consumers lose. Well, yeah, Icon, that's what I was saying earlier, too, is that, like, it's understandable with the NHL player base because it is going to be smaller. But again, how NBA 2K doesn't have competition, how SDS doesn't have competition for this, how Madden, Madden's got the exclusive license. And there might be certain licensing agreements out there that make it a bit more obvious. But yeah. All right, let's see. Got to auto fix the pitching staff for you guys down in AAA. And, just kind of is what it is. So, all right, let's see how this season goes. Let's see what the hell this draft looks like. I got a trade offer from the Rangers, Kumar Rocker, who is from Georgia, so I cannot acquire him. I'm very intrigued to see who's in this draft. And now that I don't have the first overall pick, I'm going to look immediately. Dude, that fucking pitcher disappeared. He disappeared. Like, legit, he was what, 21? I think, well, if he was 21, we're now 2 years removed from that draft. This will be the second draft. So if he's not in the draft next year, are there ever 24-year-olds? I feel like there aren't 24-year-olds. I feel like he fucking disappeared. Like, he did, man. He fucking disappeared. He just decided not to go pro, I guess. That's insane. Yeah, I have no way of checking, like, nationality, but... primary position, starter. Venezuela for Ramon Aparicio. The guy was Colombian. He just doesn't exist. He just doesn't exist. I got totally and utterly fucking jebaited in terms of that guy existing at the worst possible time, too. I can't believe that happened. Let's see, what the hell do you guys need to look for here in this draft? I mean, you could argue catcher. You could argue catcher. Niles, I mean, the Rockies had the first pick in that draft, though. So let's see. In terms of what you guys need, catcher is a kind of at worst, a definite yes at best. It's not the craziest look there. First base, Vladdy's 32. You got Tulibits and O'Connor. You got a lot of young first basemen, but let's be honest, none of them are going to be the guy. Second base, you got a couple guys in the mix that'll likely make it. I'd put that more in the kind of instead of the yes. You still need that future stud third baseman. You could argue it's Flores, but man, he's a long ways away. Shortstop, you got Sposato, so you're good there for now. It's in the kind ofs. Left field, you got Colin Graves. So Spencer Steer is there for now. That's not too bad. Probably really don't even need anybody there. Center field, you're good. Right field, still in the kind ofs. And then talking about the pitching, starting pitching, you're still pretty good to go. And then obviously still need relief pitching. So I think it's pretty straightforward for you guys. Catcher, first base, and relief. Really looks like the top needs. So third base and right field, I would have put in that secondary territory. I know, because again, you got a young third baseman who's not that bad. And then there was the the super young third baseman, and then right field, it's just a matter of not having a ton of people in that position, but you do still have Soto. So, Niles, I'm sorry. I never even played through the journey back when it was an FC, aka FIFA. Is the NFL the only major sport that doesn't do a lottery? Nowadays, I think so, yeah. Unless I'm just not thinking clearly. You guys get a trade offer from the Rockies. If it was that left fielder, I would have flipped my fucking shit. Third baseman, Jacob Berry. He's only 1 overall point better than Slaughter and 6 years older. For the young center fielder, Marcus Weber, that's got to be a no for you guys. He's not a huge enough improvement on Slaughter at third base to warrant risking a center fielder of that caliber. So, I think MLS has a lottery. Yeah, but that's the MLS. Who cares? Kidding. All right. Well, let's see who was out there for me this year since that fucking Colombian pitcher got killed or something. I don't even know. I don't even know what the hell happened to him. Omar Blanco out of Nicaragua. Nicaragua is not available to me. I fucking hate it here. Orlando Almanza is available, though. Let's see, anybody else? Michael Taguchi out of Japan. Starting off with 2 starters. You realize there was more money in drug trafficking? Potentially, yeah. Potentially. Start looking at those closers. And sim another week. 8-7 start for the A's this year. I get a trade offer from the Royals. Estevan Silva. Florida. Hate it. Hate it here. Absolutely hate it. All right, let's see. We need closers East. Closers International. And then it was catchers in the West. All right, and for myself, we got at least one outfield prospect. I'm going to fully scout those 2 because I might as well. Top option for me from here, Tennessee, Jamaica. Venezuela, Eddie Vasquez at third base. Let's see what we got from there. Funky Taguchi, the funky weapon. I get a trade offer. Brandon Williamson, call it a hunch. I don't think he's going to be from Germany. 12-16 for the Mermen. Not too bad. Almanza could be mid. That's a shame. That is a shame. This might not be the best draft for me, unfortunately. There's Almanza. This is looking rough. Eric Merrifield. Starter third and right. This is looking rough for me again. Not only do I get frickin' faked out by a player who wasn't even real, apparently, but now the subsequent drafts haven't been too good. Let's see, we're off to May. Vancouver's still hanging around 500. And it'll be first baseman coming up next. And then from there, you can look at some of the secondary needs, or you can just start looking at the top of the board again, as you've been doing, which, yeah, to be honest, that strategy of biggest positions in need and then look at the top of the board, that has worked out very freaking well for you guys over the past couple years. I want Vasquez fully scouted. I want Merrifield fully scouted. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Again, Omar Blanco is not eligible to me. Definitely USA versus the world next time, as we've discovered. Be a little bit more even. Yeah, this is going to be another very bad draft for me. Be another very, very bad draft. There was Taguchi. There's Almanza. Lou Hernandez as a shortstop. Right. Let's see. Shout out to Trifling. You guys get a deal. Third baseman Albert Ellis for reliever Adrian Morejon. Honestly, I mean, Ellis is 24 years old, B and a 61. Morejon's a 79 rated reliever. Seems like a no-brainer to me, Chad. Even if Morejon's stats aren't great, Albert Ellis is, I mean, equally comparable with the young. You don't really need both of them. And Chat's going to take it. So Adrian Morejon on his way to Vancouver. That's a very beneficial trade offer for you guys. Again. We'll make sure he is on the roster, by the way. He is on the Major League roster. Very cool. So in terms of scouting, Chat, do you want to start looking at the best, or do you want to still look in some secondary positions? You got enough secondary positions that looking just for the best options are probably the best way to go. And like I said, that strategy's worked out really well for you guys recently. Especially for like these guys at the top of the board. Now your first pick is 17th, but look for the best. All right. Not a bad strat if some of these guys fall down the board. So, especially relievers, which is where you needed help. You got some good relievers last year. So, it all makes sense. For me, this draft is going to be bad. That's all I can say at this point. This draft is going to be bad. Not quite the kick in the balls that I needed, but that's been a nightly occurrence for me with this game. So we'll just keep marching forward. I'm already in the 100s. Oh my God, please. Venezuela, Eddie Vasquez. I already looked at him. Andreas Chavis. Projected 112th. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. 2 months out from the draft, I already have no hopes. Shout out to Ed. Pride of West Virginia University, I'd imagine. Thank you very much for the 2 months off the primer. Welcome back. Everson Pereira. Hey, a Venezuelan. We got one. I don't even know what the hell the offer was for. It's for starting pitcher Duncan Del Villar. Fuck. I can't. Duncan's too decent. I finally got a trade offer for a Venezuelan, and it's the Yankees trying to rob me. Son of a bitch. Remember what I said about the repeated kicks to the dick as you guys just beat Texas 16-3? All right, you found some extra first baseman there. Probably want to get more information on Josh Lott if it's projecting him much further down. You do know that Adrian Ramirez as a reliever will probably be available for you guys with that 11th pick. And again, he's looking great. Got Rob Cousins out of California. Torrey Miller. Starter, and a right fielder. For me, I mean, some of these guys are starting to look kind of serviceable, maybe. Not really. Oh, man. Lord, give me strength. This is looking so bad. Venezuela, Raul Gomez. And he's the only one. First base, Max Gall. I mean, that describes his game pretty well. Reed Cordero out of Germany. Last one. And second base, Felipe Madrid. Felipe Madrid. All right, so again, Merman at 19 and 28. Chat's A is at 27 and 20. Not a bad start to the year. You guys choked away a playoff spot last year. Michael Ciani. If I ever complete a trade, I'd be shocked. Thank you guys for winning 2 out of 3 against me. I need more high draft picks, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Seeing Christensen, a second baseman. Max Gall at first base. Teddy Alvarez. Omar Blanco. And Almanza you cannot get, but you can get Feliz, a starter, second base. Quick and easy. I am so unbelievably boned. I love that this game gave me hope for such a brief amount of time with 2 seemingly generational prospects, only to have one of them go to Colorado and then have the other fucking disappear out of existence. It is literal insanity for me to still be playing this video game. There was a guy out of Colombia, which is available. Mario Trevino. One went to Colorado, one went to hell. What's the difference? Hey, anyway. We are a month and a half out from the draft. I get a trade offer from the Red Sox. Center fielder Vladimir Asensio, who I cannot acquire even if I wanted to. And I wouldn't want to because he was bad. See, top players for you guys here. Should probably get people above 30% scouted. That's still a very deceptive. First and relievers. Yep. Okay, most of these guys are hot trash. I mean, some of them are at least a little bit a high risk, high reward, but certainly no guarantees. Hideki Nakamura. Looks like I got a lot of shortstops this year. Manny Villa. And Jorge Feliz. Whole lot of shortstops this year. Are any of them good, though, is the question. The answer, probably not. But we keep going. Vancouver's looking good again. 10 games over 500 right now. I really thought last year would be the first time you'd make the playoffs, but this year is looking that much better. Starter and 2 left fielders. And yep, they're all trash. Endless trash. Remember what I said about would they be better? The answer was no. Hideki Nakamura, Manny Villa, Waylon Douglas, Mario Trevino, Venezuela, Lou Hernandez. Already looked at him too. We're out of shortstops. Left field. Chavis, who we've already looked at. Netherlands for Jerome Austin. South Korea for William Park. He was the last one there. Center field. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to die. DeMarcus Henson. All my friends named DeMarcus from Venezuela. I get a trade offer from the Reds, Blake Walston. Can't take him. North Carolina guy. That's just not going to happen. 41-29 for Vancouver. You guys are looking damn good. Damn good. Jackson Reyes out of center field. You're going to get probably a pretty strong draft pick here as well. Strong prospects. 11th or 17th overall, I should say. Seems low, but it's really not. For me, are any of these guys half decent? Jerome Austin, not projected to be drafted. That's scary. But let's see who else we have at center field. I still got to look at pitchers. Only got a couple weeks left. Brian Patel out of the Netherlands. Sammy Aguila out of Colombia. I hate seeing Colombia, given that frickin' unbelievable starting pitcher was Colombian. Right field. Eric Merrifield, who we've already looked at. Derek Clark. Look at him next. 30-40 for the old Atlantis Merman. So you guys get a trade offer. Catcher Richard Hamby. That is not worth it at all. Let's go ahead and decline that for you now. That's not worth it at all. Not great. For the right field options, Colombia's going to haunt you for the rest of the series. Yep. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Again, Nicaragua isn't available to me, which is a fucking tragedy. Who would have thought Nicaragua was technically in North America? Isn't that a bitch? All right, well, off to pitchers then. I'm going to do a different strategy. Because we got 3 weeks left. So, scout closers. And discover new pitchers is going to be my attempt. Chat will certainly have some options in this draft. I'm happy for you, chat. The problem is, even when you win a World Series 20 years before me, I'm still going to be intrigued to see if I'm at least going to make the playoffs one of these years. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. You guys are definitely making the playoffs this year, though. For me, Moreno. For Chris Rotondo out of Connecticut. Cannot acquire you. Yeah, 51-32 for Vancouver. There's no collapse this year. That would be almost a historic collapse at this point. You guys are absolutely going to the playoffs for the first time this year. Guaranteed, nearly set in stone. And I know you're going to be like, oh, you're trying to jinx us. I want you guys to win. Put me out of my misery. Baffle. So, okay, the fact that you're putting yourself through this is amazing. Is it amazing or is it concerning? I know what it should be, but I'm just saying. Like, it should be concerning as opposed to amazing, right? All right. What do I want to do here? Can both be true. Yeah. Go relievers. I'll look at Tom Yang. Been here for 5 years. This isn't the worst I've seen. That's fair. That's fair. We've definitely had some moments, haven't we? We've definitely had some moments. Both can be true, though. I'll agree with that. Oh, man. All right, you guys get a trade offer from the Cubs third baseman David Holton. Ooh. Now, chat, this might be worth considering. Your starting third baseman right now is 23-year-old, 77 overall, John Slaughter, who keeps bouncing back and forth between a 76 and a 77 overall. Got a 662 OPS at the plate, so he's not a big power guy or anything. They're offering you 28-year-old German. You can't take him. Oh, that would have been a great offer for you, but you can't take David Holton out of Germany. That trade up in smoke. That's a shame. That would have been a really good player for you guys. David Holton out of Germany. Who would have thought? All right, final bit of scouting. You guys have Eddie Vasquez. You can't go after him. You can't go after Taguchi. You can go after Jonas Santana. Why can't they take them? It is North America versus the world. So chat can only take players from North America. And I get everywhere else, which includes Germany. That's where the NA versus world comes in. And Jake McAtee. So closer starter. You know, we're at Jed Hoyer's house and try and get that third baseman. Ah, shit. All right. Let's see. Final week for me. I don't know what I'm going to do here. Prophecy, it's all good. It's all good. I have spent many years explaining something that, you know, just somehow people are just like, I missed it, didn't read the title, it's all good. I'm just glad you're here. Thank you for spending your Sunday with us. Or potentially early Monday. We didn't find any catchers. Even if I discover someone, I don't have time to look at them anymore. Scout starters. Who are my best 2 players and left that aren't on 100%? Dude, I am having to scroll so far down. I have the 4th overall pick. That guy's from the Dominican. I can't even draft him. Mario Navar. Holy shit. This is... Oh, man. This is not going well for your man here. Holy hell. Okay. Taguchi, let's look at you. So starter, closer, and we'll look at starters in general. Taguchi's already at 100%. Jesus Christ. No. You want to change the rule? I'm fine. I'll go down with this ship. God damn it. I don't care. I'll go down with the ship. It's not even chat that I give a damn about. It's the fact that I was shown signs of life. Only for this game to just crush my hopes and dreams.